Welcome everybody to Late Night Racing's Sunday night series, Fezza nights, coming to you for the final round of the series from Imola in Italy. So far we've only got 6 in the lobby for practice, just under 18 minutes of practice to go. But once again we do 20-minute practice, 10-minute qualifying, and an hour race tonight with one compulsory pit stop. That's alright, just setting up the stream. So yeah, with one compulsory pit stop, which is compulsory for tyres. So once again, it's pretty much the same as what we have on the Evo Cup. Compulsory 30-second stop. Ooh, pardon me. Get that there. Just going to share the stream on Facebook, so if anyone's on Facebook wants to watch, check it out there. So 7 now in the lobby. So we've got T-Dub, number 21, who's pretty quick in the Ferraris. He likes his Fezza, so it'll be one to watch tonight. Haymaker, number 14, in the bright yellow Ferrari. Struggles a bit in qualifying, but does come pretty good during the race. We know he's a late pit stopper, so he usually pushes through almost to the end before he does his stops. Metal Shooter, number 85. Another one to watch. Depending on what happens tonight, Shooter can actually take the championship tonight in the Fezza Nights. Just missed out on the championship on Thursday night with the Evo Cup. Missed it by 2 points. Unfortunate. But depending on what happens with this one, he might get this one in the bag. Just we'll have to wait and see. Sparrow, number 40, Mr. Eleanor himself. Then we've got Cam, number 33. And one of the veterans, number 72, Pickle. He's quite quick in the Fezza as well, so another one to watch. Jester, number 83. And that's all we've got at the moment, so only 7 in the lobby. So times I was seeing before, mid 43s to high 43s will be a good time to set. Sparrow's now rolling out for his. Cam's out in the bush, playing in the dirt. Well, let's go on board here with Jester for a lap of Imola. Everyone can get an idea of what it's like, especially at night time. The track's not very well lit, so You're gonna have to be pretty much on point with your braking markers. Out there at the 200 mark. Just goes back into first and then short shifts to second there. Third uses all the exit curb. Quite nice. And here about the 50 metre mark. Hard on the brakes, back to second, back to first through the chicane. Then ride it right out to the 50 marker here. Hard on the brakes, back to first for the hairpin. Oh, he's going to bail out. Okay. Who's behind him? Cam's heading up the hill. Then up the hill, back down to third or second, depending how you get the car pitched in. Up over the rise here, down into these fast sweeping rights here. Dab of brakes, down to the third, dab of brakes again, back to second. Use all the exit curve there, try to keep the car as straight as you can on exit, all the way up the hill here. Head up to braking markers there. Back to second or first, depending on how you want to do it. And then feed it up through the gears, all the way down to the final section here, down to about the 100 metre board, back to second. Take a bit of ripple strip there, all the way out to the curb, and let the car just glide itself around that last corner. Then just give it the generals all the way up to the start finish line. So that's pretty much a lap of Imola in a nutshell. Trying to do it repetitively for an hour can be quite frustrating. But the trick with this track is stay away from those yellow sausage curves. They can be quite deadly. Send the car left, right and centre if you're not ready. Oh, M4A's here too. Yay. The number 25, M4A, joining us as well. So that gives us 8 on the grid. So Shooter's set the best lap so far with a 44.76. And he's on for a better time here. So he's on for a low 44, almost a 43. So let's go on board with him here and have a look as he heads up the hill from the hairpin. 50 metre board, back to second. Nicely done through there. Short dab of brakes. Nicely done. He's now 6/10 up here. And up to the chicane. Brakes just before the 50 mark. Takes a bit of curb. Chooses to use second gear through there. Yeah, the hill to the just past the 100 metre board. Yeah, I reckon, eh? Mr. Brocco saying, who turned the lights off? Yeah, well, even with the little bits of lights we've got around here, it's pretty much pitch black. So they decided to start running the practice sessions at night time as well, just so everyone can get a bit of a feel for what the track will be like. But I do believe it becomes daytime for qualifying. Well, qualifying is actually at 9 PM, where this is now situated at 11. So it might get a bit of light, probably not too much. But it'd be interesting to see. This way the guys can get a bit familiar with running with not a great deal of visibility. So Pickle sitting in second at the moment with a 45.73. We've got Jester just coming through sector 1, who's 7/10 up on his best lap, which is a 48.45. So M4A starting a lap. Shooter's lost a lot of time there. Here comes Cam on a good lap. Oh, outbrakes himself again down in that last section. So just going a little bit too deep. Alright, here comes Jester up to the back chicane. Oh, sends it hard through the back chicane, but keeps it on track. Not a bad effort. TW about to start an out lap. We're just on 7.5 minutes to go in practice. So I think the guys will just be working at the moment on tyre pressures, temperatures. Because what actually, if we go back, what have we got? We've got track temperatures 20 degrees. Ambient temperatures 20 degrees. Conditions fast and slightly cloudy. So that's at 11 PM. It might go a little bit higher for qualifying, being at 9 o'clock, so we might gain a couple of degrees, but I don't see it going up heaps. So once again, we'll just have to wait and see. Just on 7 minutes to go. M48 managed a 45.97. That moves him to third. That's a great outcome there. But just going to park it up there and do a bit of a change around in the pits, maybe. Muck around with the setup a bit more. So who's off in the dirt back there? Cam off in the dirt again. Just probably can't find his braking marker coming down the hill. We're going a little bit too deep. Comes just around the second to last corner. He was 1.3, almost 1.4 seconds up on his best lap, which was a 48.06. Comes down around to the final, to the line, 46.83, moves him to fourth place. That's a great result for Jester so far. Obviously he's found a nice setup that's working for him. It's only going to get faster and faster as the laps go in. So I do believe too with these series is that late night racing to use, there is unlimited tyres that you can choose from. I do know the other series that we race in for Shakedown on Tuesday nights are limited tyres. So last round we only had 2 sets for practice, quali and the race. So you've just got to manage your tyres a bit better. Which does throw a bit of a mixture in there. But here I think it's just go as fast as you can, or as you possibly can anyway. The Haymaker going through sector 2, who is just on 3/10 up. Sitting in 5th position at the moment. Gained some good time through there. He's now almost 6/10 up. Coming up to the back chicane. Nicely done through there. Gained a lot more time as well. So this will put him into the mid to low 46s. If he can continue here around the last 2 corners. So he's just on a second up. And he comes around to the line and does a 46.12. That moves him to 4th. Just bumps Jester down into 5th. So it's just on 3 minutes to go. Shooter's still sitting in the pits. Sparrow's just sitting just off to the left-hand side after the hairpin. I don't know quite what he's doing there. Whether he's just... Oh, now he's rolling. Must be listening. Yep, crack the whip. Keep going, mate. Cam still sitting in 7th. He's on for a good lap here. His best lap so far is a 48.93. But as he comes down, he's been struggling down here with his braking markers to the final corner. Oh, seems to have found a spot now. Managed to get through the last 2 corners nicely. Still 1.9 up. So this will be a good lap for him. He now sits in 8th. Comes around the last corner to the across the line with a 46.96, and that puts him to 7th. So Pickle's still sitting in 2nd with a 44.31 on his last lap. Jester in 6th with a 46.83. T-Dub moves to 3rd with a 45.81. Haymaker still in 5th, just on 1/10 up on his best lap, trying to crack into the 45s. Comes around the final king up to the start-finish line, crosses the line with a 46.02, just shy of getting into the 45s. And Foray sitting in 4th with a 45.97. Shooter with a 44.08, sitting on in first spot at the moment. We're just coming up to a minute to go. So most of them now will be on their final lap. Well, Jester's on a dirty lap there, but he's still in the green sector. So as T-Dub comes across the line with a 45.78, still in 3rd, but will be starting his final lap. Oh, that Haymaker runs too wide there. I don't know if he's going to make it back for another lap. He's going to bail out. And Foray's on his final lap as well. Oh, Sparrow might make it for another lap. Oh, he outbraked himself ever so slightly. I don't know if he's going to make this. He might be the last one to cross the line, which means Jester and Haymaker will not make it. Bang, there he goes, 3 seconds to go. So Pickle's on a good lap here, but we'll go back to... So Haymaker's bailed out into the pits. So the next one across the line will be T-Dub. Oh, it takes a lot of curb there. I don't know if that's invalid his time. No, I think it's still green. Still doing alright. Oh, Pickle's bailed out at the chicane. So he's happy to sit in 2nd. His only practice spot. T-Dub comes around the final corner. Can he better his time? Yes, he does. But still stays in 3rd. He gained about 8 tenths on that. 7 tenths, 8 tenths. Cam's on a dirty lap coming into the pits. So it's just Mr. Sparrow coming round the final corners, coming down the hill. He will wrap up practice here. So while he's doing that, we'll have a quick look. Shooter's on top with a 44.08. Pickle in 2nd with a 44.13. T-Dub in third with a 44.98. M4A in fourth with a 45.97. Haymaker in fifth with a 46.02. As Sparrow comes across the line. What's he got? So we got a bit of daylight for quality. That's right. But let's go back here. The Haymaker with a 46.02. Sparrow managed to get into sixth with a 46.28. Jester in seventh with a 46.83, and Cam in eighth with a 46.96. As we now start the rollout for practice, 10 minutes is all we've got. Track temp has gone up 2 degrees, as I said. Now with a little bit of light, the track temp will go up a bit, but it's only 2 degrees, so not a great deal will change. It's just a bit of light for a bit more visibility, which will be good for some. As they're all rolling out, Jester and Cam hitting the track. The shooter was just cruising down the right hand side there, don't know what's going on there. But everyone will be out now, trying to find themselves a little bit of track to set their time. Oh, pardon me, got the yawns going. And also this will be the final commentary race I will cover for some time, because I'll be back on behind the wheel for the next 2 series, which, have a quick look. I don't know if I mentioned it. I think I mentioned it last on Thursday night with the Evo Cup anyway. But going on from here, it's Thursday night, so replacing this series here. Oh, big slide there from Cam. Jumps off track, so he doesn't interfere with anybody else. That's alright. So replacing this series starting on Sunday the 30th of June is the British American GT4 Championship, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 round series. And you have the choice of an Aston Martin or a McLaren for the British, or a Ginetta and the Camaro for the American. And once again, 20-minute practice, 18-minute qualifying. And then race 1 is 15 minutes. And then quali 2 is 10 minutes, and race 2 is 30 minutes. So 2 races in this series that's going to be coming up. So I'll be back behind the wheel for the next 2 series. Just enjoyed having a bit of a break doing these commentaries, and appreciate all the support you guys have given too. I know a lot of you enjoy watching these, so I've actually mentioned what I'll do is I'm going to race the next 2 series, and then the following 2 series on the Thursday and Sundays I will jump back in and do the commentary again. So I'll do 1 series on, 1 series off, just because, yeah, why not? So we've got times already put on the board. Not yet. No one's put a time on the board yet. So who's going to be the first? So Pickle's the first across the line to start a lap. So let's just go on board here. Oh, Jesus. Let's go on board here. Sir Pickle. Oh, a lot of exit curve there, very nicely done. Ooh, a little bit off the apex there. But still gets a good drive on exit. got to be able to use a lot of the inside curves on some of these corners here, but still trying to manage to stay away from those bloody yellow sausage curves. Comes down into the bowl section here. Nicely done through there. Hard onto the brakes into the back chicane. Nicely done through there. Got to take a lot of curve on that first ride in on the right hand side, just to make the car pitch and turn into that second section. Hard on the brakes down the hill, back into second. Oh, in the first he actually uses there to get the car turned in nicely. Around the final corner. He comes up to the start-finish line, crosses the line with a 44.89. That puts him in second spot at the moment. Haymaker crosses with a 45.58. There we go. Shooter crosses the line with a 43.43 to sit in first place. RMR Dizzy's joined us too. Number 177. Which is good. So we've now got 9 cars on the field. So there's RMR Dizzy and Jester just coming around the final. Kink onto the straight. I wanted to find Sparrow. Here comes Sparrow. He was on for a good lap here. This will put him into the mid 45s. Crosses the line with a 45.70. Moves to 5th spot. We're just coming up to 3 minutes to go in quali. Pickle's on for a better lap here too. He's 6/10 up. Gone through the back chicane, coming down the hill. Hard on the brakes, still 7/10 up here. Looking good for this time. So losing a little bit of time on exit there, but he's still 6/10 up. This will put him into the low 44s. 44.28. Good lap, good lap. Comfortably sitting in second. Third's in 45.13. So Shooter with a 43.08. Pickle 1.2 seconds off that. And then it's 2.0 back to Haymaker. So times are getting quick. Almost into a 42 for Shooter. M4A coming around the first sector there. He's up a couple of tenths. So he's sitting in 8th at the moment. Can he improve? We'll have to see. Dizzy in 5th. With Jester right on his bunghole, chasing him down. Trying to get a bit of a slipstream to gain an advantage. Is Shooter going to get into the 42s here? He's 4/10 up now. Oh, he's dropping a little bit of time. But the way he's going, it's going to put him into the 42s. No, lost a bit of time there. Oh, he's just gained it back. Oh, he's right on the cusp here of cracking a 42 as he comes up to the line. 42.96. Great lap. Great lap. Just on 20 seconds to go. Oh, big moment there from Haymaker. Big slap of the wall. Probably caught a little bit of grass there, so that's his quality session over. So let's go back to the garage and have a quick look here. So next in line to cross will be Pickle. T-Dub behind him is actually on a dirty lap or an out lap, so that his lap won't count. And then we've got M4A and Cam to come through. So I don't know if Pickle's got, he's only 3/10 behind, whether he's up. Let's just see what happens here. Comes up to the final corner. Got a comfortable gap back to third. Can he push up for first as he comes up to the line? No improvement there. So as we finish up on qualifying, we've got Metal Shooter with a 42.96 in first place. Takes pole position for the final round of the Fezza Nights. Second place is Pickle with a 43.28. Third spot is Jester with a 44.51. Haymaker in fourth with a 45.13. Dizzy in fifth with a 45.53. T-Dub in sixth with a 45.61. M4A in seventh with a 45.65. Sparrow in eighth with a 45.70. And Cam in ninth with a 46.45. So as we just sit in for intermission, this man here can actually clinch the title in the championship tonight of the Fezza Nights. As I've been doing a bit of calculations on the championship points, he has sat in second spot behind Not So Fast Halley. Not So Fast Halley's not here tonight, so he has a total of 145. And Shooter sitting on a total of 129. Now, it's 25 points for a race win, 20 points for second, 17 for third. Now, if Shooter can do third place or better, he will take the championship now that Halley's not here. Because there's quite a bit of a gap back to third spot with T-Dub. Who's sitting on 94 points. So this is all up to Shooter to claim his first championship in LNR, I believe. So we'll just have to wait and see. Third or better is what we're aiming for. Fucking screen. God, stop it. Just trying to clear. Alright, so just coming up to 30 seconds, everyone will be just getting their tyre temps, fuel, range and everything set up now, ready to go. As we come to the 30-second point, ignitions will start, engines will start. As you can see, everyone now starting, lights coming on. There's everyone will be running the enduro lights, which is the brightest setting you can have. Just on 5 seconds now, ready for formation, which is quite a large formation section here, which is good, down into the last 2 corners. And as Shooter leads them off for the final round of the Fezza Nights. Here they come around the last corner. They'll meet each other up on the grid, sticking just under 70. All getting ready. They'll come right around almost to the start-finish line, waiting for that green. So it's all up to this man, third or better. Waiting for the green. Get set.
Green light, go, go, go.
Green flag, go, go, go. We're all racing for the round 8 of the Fezza Nights. So Shooter's got a good start. Pickle's still sitting in second. Comes across the cover, has a dive up the inside. Manages to pull it off, but someone's had a massive moment, gone straight through the field. Who's that? T-Dub. Managed to go straight through the field there. But Pickle has managed a massive dive on turn 1 to go up the inside of Shooter. Oh, Shooter's giving him a bit of a serve, but he readdresses, and that's let Dizzy out in front now. The Pickle's on the charge. Haymaker's just behind him. So a little bit of bump and shove going on in the first race, in the first opening laps. There's a couple that dropped off the back so far. Well, Pickle goes deep. A little bit too deep there. Needs to manage just to find that rhythm as Dizzy's starting to pull away. But it is only early days. We have got an hour. So just want to find that consistency. Find your spot, get out and just start to drive your laps. So who's barreled into the pits? So Shooter's already coming in. He'll be trying to get out on his own, do his compulsory stop and do an undercut. Try to undercut all these guys because he has got pace. So Sparrow's hand on the back of Jester here with T-Dub and Cam just in tow behind. Yeah, Cam manages to do the overtake on T-Dub. Well, M4A is just bouncing off the side of the track here. So whether he's having a few problems, but he's going again, which is good. So Dizzy leads them away. Just on a 2.5 second gap now to Pickle. Pickle's being hounded by Haymaker. So 0.6 back to Haymaker. T-Dub's managed to get back past Cam. Now trying to close in on Sparrow. Gaps now open up a little bit to 1 second between Pickle and Haymaker. Haymaker's got the fastest lap so far with a 46.28. Dizzy still leading them around. Still got a 2.8 second gap on Pickle. Sparrow in 5th. With T-Dub and Cam dressed in the back picture there, trying to close the gap. So Pickle's now managed to pull the gap on Haymaker to 1.7. And they're starting to close that gap in now on Dizzy. Now that they've got a bit of tyre temp and pressures are up. Oh, Haymaker's had a massive moment through the chicane there. That brings him back towards Jester. And the gap now opens up to 3.3 to Pickle. And just on 1 second back to Jester, and then just behind him is Sparrow. M4A must be having a bit of either technical issues or waiting for tyres to come up to temp because he's struggling a little bit. Qualified well, but he's just at the back of the field at the moment. Dizzy's still managing to hold that lead ever so slightly. Pickle is closing the gap. It is down to 1.7 now. So we've just got to take into effect. Shooter here is sitting in 9th, in last place, but has done his compulsory stop. He was in 3rd place when he pitted on lap 1. So we've just got to keep an eye on it now on Dizzy and Pickle on their pace compared to Shooter. So like last lap for Dizzy was a 44.75. As we watch now, Shooter coming around the final 2 corners. We'll see what his lap time is. This can tell you whether he's actually gaining time. 44.8, so pretty much on par. And he's only got a couple of laps under his belt with those new sets of tyres, so M4A's in, done his compulsory stop. Coming back out. He's going to have the leaders come through. So there we go. Both Pickle and Dizzy have made it through. So T-Dub now right on the back. Right onto the back of Sparrow. Cam's in, doing his compulsory stop as well. Pickle now is still 1.9 off Dizzy, but got the fastest lap of the race, last lap with a 44.30. So he is pushing hard to stay up with Dizzy. Oh, big moment there for Jester over the bumps. Those sausage curbs can be deadly. We go on board with T-Dub, chasing down Sparrow. Sparrow a little bit wide there. It's a bit vulnerable to T-Dub. As Sparrow dives into the pits. Doesn't want to play. Which is alright. It all comes out once everyone's pitted. So Pickle must have had a mistake here because he's now back to 3.4 seconds off Dizzy. So you want to be careful he doesn't fall back into the clutches here of Haymaker and Jester. And we're just coming up to 50 minutes to go. So we've only been racing for 10 minutes. Still got a very long way to go. So just need to knuckle down and get consistency. Oh, we've got someone off there. Who was that? Oh, Cam. Cam has spun down at the bowl. Just in off the side of the track there, waiting for everyone to go past. It's a nice thing to do. So you don't pull back out in front of everybody. Nicely done, mate. Everybody is just so close now in times. No one's really gaining. Last lap for Dizzy was a 44.92. Last lap for Shooter was a 45. So, and as Shooter said, this isn't one of his strong tracks. Doesn't really like Imola or Coda, so third or better is all he needs to do. So Jester now has got that gap down to 1 second. Getting closer and closer every lap. So Sparrow's out, done his compulsory stop. It looks like we've actually lost M4A again. Unfortunate. With internet issues. That's very unfortunate. Pickle is now back in 4th. What the fuck's happened there? What is going on there? He's obviously had a big incident, either through the bowl or in section 1. No, let's go this way. What was it, lap 6? Alright, here we go. Up now, down into the bowl. That seems alright. That seems alright. This is lap 70. Here we go. We go. Oh, we go. So what's happened there? Coming down into the bowl. Just tend to lock the rears up, and it's just spat it. Ooh, Haymaker went really wide off the track. Okay. Very unfortunate there for Pickle. But he'll fight his way back. So that puts Haymaker into 2nd, Jester into 3rd, Pickle in 4th, T-Dub in 5th. Oh! What's happened there? Oh, Jesus Christ, that was close. Haymaker almost took the side of T-Dub out. I really think he could have kept his foot on the brakes then instead of trying to drive out of it. That was all crossed up. So that's that Pickle come back through and take his second place back. Oh, that's Jester actually. He almost collected. So we'll quickly go back and have a look at the replay there of that one. See what that entailed. What's going on here? Here we go up through the chicane. He outbraked himself there. Oh, and just got served up by Jester. But Jester readjusted that, so yeah, play on. Fair call. He knew he absolutely nailed him by mistake. He readdressed and moved on from there. So that's given T-Dub a leg up to third. So Maggie's got a little bit of front damage. Don't know if that'll affect him too much. But Dizzy's just out driving. There, he's done a 44.4 in his last lap. Shooter's done a 44.40 on his last lap. So it'd be interesting now. These two are pretty much on par with laps. If Shooter can just keep his consistency going while he's out on his own. It'll all come down to when Dizzy pits. Let's see where he comes out. And if Pickle can just start, he still holds the fastest lap of the race with a 44.3. But he just needs to, ooh, teed up very deep through the bowl. So he comes back on, next to Haymaker, as they come up to the chicane. Haymaker just squeezes through. Up all over the back of him here. Wants that place back. No, he's going to decide to do his stop now. Nicely done there. Very deceiving where the pit lane entry is. Oh, Shooter has had a moment too through the bowl. Obviously, either given it a little bit too much jandle on the way out and it's rotated, or a bit of re-brake lock up. That's going to hinder his time a bit. As he now comes up to the back of... Well, Sparrow comes up to the back of him. I hope the pressure's not getting to him, knowing that he's got a championship he can win here. So Sparrow's right onto the back of Shooter now. Pickle comes around the final few corners. RMR Dizzy did a 45.0 last lap. And someone has taken the fastest lap off Pickle, which would be Mr. Dizzy, 43.90. The way things are looking, I don't know if Shooter will actually get back past Dizzy. We'll just have to wait for the pit stop from Dizzy to see where they all come out together on. So Sparrow's managed to jump a few places here with that early compulsory stop. The undercut seems to work for him because he's come back out in front of T-Dub. Ooh, a lot of curb. So it looks like the top four yet to make their stop. So Dizzy, Pickle, Haymaker and Jester still yet to do their stop. But we still got 39 minutes of racing to go. Oh, very unfortunate for M4A. Yeah, he's had internet issues. His Xbox just reset on him, which is very unfortunate. Such a good racer, M4A. Good to have in amongst the field. So Jester's now 13.5 seconds back behind Haymaker, as Dizzy's now joined us in the pits. Right. So let's have a look here. So he's in the pits. Shooter's now just coming up over the hill into these fast flowing lefts, so I don't think he's going to be anywhere near Dizzy when he drops out. Might be lucky to be at the last chicane. So wait and see. See Shooter there on the map, 85. He's just dropped now. And there's Shooter coming through the chicane as Dizzy runs out. So he's still going to have a good 14-15 second gap, I believe. Oh, fuck hell, why does this always fucking happen? Bloody party drops out. Right, so there we go. Dizzy's come back out. And Shooter just crosses the start-finish line, so you can see it 15 seconds up ahead. So that now just leaves Pickle, Haymaker and Jester to do their compulsory stop. Oh, big tank slapper there from Sparrow. T-Dub's all over the back of him here. Have a look down the inside. No, he backs out of it. It's very tight now here between T-Dub and Sparrow. Sparrow's a little bit wide there. Well, T-Dub's going to go up the inside. And T-Dub takes sixth position. So Jester now rolls into the pits. So just leaves Pickle and Haymaker. We're not even halfway yet. But that just goes to show I don't think track temperature is actually going to change much. But where the tyre degradation is going to be a different story. And we'll just have to wait and see, especially with some of these early pit stoppers like Shooter. The tyre is going to last for another 30 minutes. We'll just have to wait and see. So Dizzy's just out driving consistently, putting down lap time after lap time. I dare say he's going to pop back out in front once Pickle and Haymaker have done their compulsory stop. It'll just be a matter of seeing where Pickle and Haymaker come in the mix with Shooter. Shooter seemed a little bit of oversteer there, going through the hairpin, heading up the hill. So whether the balance of the car's not sitting quite right. So Pickle's just still sitting out in front, yet to pit. Got a 5.6 second gap on Haymaker. He comes up through these fast left-handers down into the bowl. As we've seen quite a few cars here locking up the rears and spinning, coming through there. We go on board here with Pickle. Go bonnet view. Heads down into the final two corners. Oh, too deep. Too deep. Missed the braking marker by at least 20 metres. But manages to pull it back. He's going to bail into the pits. Oh, that was close. That was close. We'll have to wait and see whether he gets pinged on that one. But let's now watch as Pickle's rolling in the pits. We have got number 85 there. Shooter heading up over the hill into those fast lefts. Heading down into the bowl. So watch, here comes Shooter coming up to the final chicane. Makes it through the chicane. Pickle's still stationary. Dizzy comes around the last corner onto the front straight. There he goes, he just drops now. Dizzy comes up, Dizzy passes the start finish line and passes him. Shooter's round the last corner, just onto the straight now. He's going to be at speed when Pickle comes out. This is going to be close. There you go, Pickle's been released. And here comes Shooter. So Pickle's going to be out just in front. There's Shooter just behind him. So Pickle manages to hold his spot. Sitting in third, yet once again waiting for Haymaker to do his compulsory stop. Pretty much always the last one to do his stop, you can count on that. But Dizzy's got a 14.5 second gap on Pickle, and then it's just on 2.5 seconds back to Metal Shooter from Pickle. So T-Dub's managed to pull away from Sparrow here. So Sparrow's now out on his lonesome. And there's quite a gap back to Cam sitting in 7th. But it's on here for outright 2nd and 3rd. As Pickle's trying to get some temperature into his tyres. Shooter's got temp already. Oh, Shooter's had a moment going through the chicane. Oh, and he's hit the fence too. Oh, this is not a good time for Shooter. Oh, that's not good at all. Let's roll back and have a look at that. Not good at all. You see here he is chasing up to the back of Pickle, onto the brakes. Oh, that's just a weird one. Let's go back and have a look at that again. See, he comes in here, up to the 100-metre mark, onto the brakes. Oh, I reckon the rear's just locked ever so slightly on him, and he's gone into oversteer, gone to try to correct it, and it's just spat him the other way. Let's slow it down here and have a look. You see he's turned in there, obviously the brakes are chirping, he's already sideways there, goes to correct it, and it's just spat him out the other way. Very unfortunate, but it's not over yet. It's not even halfway yet. So, just on the halfway mark now. As he's now pushing back past Sparrow. So, pretty much Dizzy's out on his own. Last lap was his fastest, and the fastest of the race, 43.77. So T-Dub's managed to get past Sparrow and Metal Shooter. So Metal Shooter's dropped from 4th back to 6th. Which is not going to do well for his championship. He needs to be 3rd. 3rd is the minimum, and he'll win by 2 points. Win the championship by 2 points. Anything lower than 3rd, he'll hand the championship to Halley. So he just needs to put his head down, concentrate. Oh, Sparrow's run really deep. That'll let Shooter back through here. Oh, Shooter's had a moment too. Not again. Oh, Shooter's absolutely in the walls. You can see T-Dub now trying to close in on Pickle. Just on 6 seconds behind. You see here as Pickle heads up the hill, there comes the headlights of T-Dub coming up through the hairpin. Dizzy's just out in clean air now. Like consistently within a second, lap after lap. Consistency's good. Just driving away from the field. He's got 24 seconds back to Pickle. It's going to be interesting to see where T-Dub and Haymaker, once Haymaker pits, where they both fare coming out with Pickle. T-Dub's right on the back, closing in on Pickle. But where Haymaker, has he been clean and consistent? Will his pit stop help with him? Gain time on these other two? When is he going to pit? Still hasn't pitted yet. This man, Shooter, has been in the wars tonight. His car shows it. Battle scars over it everywhere. And Cam's still chugging along. Pickle's doing alright. He's got his consistency back. Wonder what sort of Pickle socks he's wearing tonight. This is actually a good lap time for him. He's managed to pull the gap a bit more on T-Dub. Now up to 7.5 seconds. That's a 45.3 last lap. That's good. Dizzy's doing a 44.43. So Dizzy's just in sync now with the car and the track. Haymaker's still going, still hasn't pitted. Shooter's now closing in under the back of Sparrow again. He'll go on board here. Don't helmet view with him. Is he going to set him up for the hairpin? Looks like he is. He's going to dive down the inside here. Sparrow just leaves the door open, gives him some room. Sparrow will now just try to hang on to the back of him, up over the back section here. Down into the bowl. Oh, a lot of curb there. Gotta watch those sausage curbs. He's managed to just hold the position. He's starting to gain a little bit of a gap now. Ooh, Sparrow takes that curb aggressively. You just see the back end just want to step out on him. Pickle with a 45.5 last lap. That's good. He's getting his consistency back. Yeah, Haymaker around the last corner. Is he going to pit this lap? No. Just coming on 20 minutes to go. Sparrow's not letting Shooter get away too much here. right on the back of him here. As they both come down into the bowl. Nice and clean through there. Into the final corner, up to the back chicane. They both get through there nicely. So Piggle now's got his mojo back a bit. He's really consistent now, and he's pushing for faster laps. Dizzy's just driving so well. Just nice and consistent every lap. Like he's within 3 or 4 tenths of his last lap every lap. So consistency is spot on. So we're just coming up to 3:30 AM game time, and just on 18 minutes left to roll. It's now 8.5 seconds from Metal Shooter up to this man T-Dub. And then it's 13.5 seconds from T-Dub to Pickle. So I just don't see how Shooter can manage to get himself back to third. I think after all the incidents that he's had, I think he's actually, I hate to say it, but I think he's handed the championship off already. Which is very unfortunate. It would have been his first championship win in LNR. But it's not over yet. Things can still happen. So, Haymaker still yet to pit. Got a slow car up ahead. Who's this? Oh, T-Dub managed to run wide at the chicane there into the key litter, and he's let Shooter back through. See, I told you. Don't count your stars yet. Shooter's now back up into fourth. There's a 22-second gap from Shooter to Pickle. But you got to think too, Haymaker's going to fall in between these two whenever he decides to pit. So Haymaker's now coming up onto the back of Sparrow and teed up. Will it be worth trying to get past lap cars, or is it easy to go in and pit, do your stop, and then come out and fight for positions? Who knows? What's he going to do? 15, almost just on 15 minutes to go. Here he comes into his final stop. The last one to do their compulsory stop. So let's watch this. So he's rolling in now. Dizzy number 177 is just coming through the final chicane. He's got plenty of room. Pickle is coming up over the hill to these fast lefts down into the bowl. So there we go. Oh, bit of a stutter for Haymaker into the pit stop. As we watch these Pickle coming through the bowl. There we go. Pickle just through the last chicane. Dizzy crosses the start-finish line to take the lead back. Cam's in the pits again. Might have a bit of damage to repair. As Pickle comes down to the second last corner. As there's Haymaker rolling out now. Pickle's round the last corner. Onto the front straight. Coming at speed. Is he going to have him here? I think he's going to just get past him. There's Pickle. Pickle goes past. So Pickle is now up into second. The shooter crosses the finish line there, sitting in fourth. He's on 17, just on 17 seconds behind Haymaker. So Cam's in getting some damage repairs done. So Dizzy's out on his own. He's got this thing wound up pretty much unless something dramatic happens. He's got a 33-second gap on Pickle. So Pickle's got a 1.3 second gap on Haymaker. He just needs to worry about driving, not worry about who's behind him. Just needs to be smooth and consistent. Don't worry about the pressure from behind. Oh, that's when the mistakes happen. Just drive your race. So Sparrow's now 4.5 seconds back from T-Dub. Metal shooter carrying a lot of damage, so whether that's actually having an effect on his aero as well. Sitting in fourth, but fourth's not going to be enough. It needs to be third or better. Just coming up to 12 minutes left of racing time for the final round of the Fezza Nights. As we watch Haymaker trying to close in on the back of Pickle here. Oh, he's bowled a wide there. Here comes Pickle round to complete lap 26. He's on for a good lap here too. He's 45.1, 45.2 for Haymaker, so they're pretty much matched for speed. Dizzy's pretty much now in cruise control. Just managing that gap. 34 seconds. Back to Pickle. T-Dub with a 47.4. Sparrow with a 46.8. Trying to close that gap on T-Dub. There's now 1.9 seconds from Pickle back to Haymaker. So Pickle's finding that rhythm. So just on 15 seconds here from Shooter up to third place, Haymaker. We've just coming up to 9 minutes left. I don't know. Can he do it? $44.6 for Pickle for a 45.4. So Pickle's really in sync now. Good lap, that last one, 44.6. That's almost on par with his best lap of the race. Big up to Cam. He's been out here trying hard. Might have been involved in an incident with M4A, but you know, he's trying hard, and the only way to get better in this game is to do exactly this: be out on track, learning every lap. So big ups for Cam, still sitting in 7th, but still it's points on the board for him. Haymaker's now managed to close that gap, 0.7. So I think Pickle might have had a bit of an incident, and he's dropped back into the clutches now of Haymaker. As they come down into the final section here, the final 2 corners before the straight. Oh, a lot of inside curve there from Haymaker. As we watch them come across the line, what's the times? Pickle with a 46.7 and a 45.2. So yeah, Pickle's obviously had an incident because he was doing 44s the lap before. But Dizzy's just on cruise mode. T-Dub just ahead of Sparrow. See there's Sparrow in the foreground. The Haymaker's still trying to hang on to the back here of Pickle. Going broad, we go on the bonnet here of Haymaker. Looking to the back. Is that why is Shooter down in 6th again? Oh, what's happened here? Why is he back in the pits? What has happened there? That's the championship over. First corner again. Lock the rears up. There we go. Straight into the wall. And he's just called it. Wow. Oh, unfortunately, that means that Shooter will be the bridesmaid again. Very unfortunate. But it's still on here for second and third. 5 minutes to go now. Pickle's in defence mode, which is all good. Got to be careful too, you don't run too wide because you can get curb strikes. They are both coming up on the back of Cam here, so hopefully Cam can get out of the way and let these two continue their battle. Starting to get a bit of daylight come through now, just coming up to 5 AM game time with 4 minutes to go. We watch now Pickle coming up to the back of Cam. Not quite close enough yet for blue flags, but flashing the lights, letting him know he's coming. You can see the headlights here of Haymaker, just closing the gap. Bad spot to be trying to catch Cam. Bit of a bump there. Cam's moved right out of the way. That's nicely done. These two can continue now. We've got a good drive out of there. Edges the bridge it a little bit more. Every 10th counts. Nicely done. So it looks like Dizzy will be on one more lap after this one, as he's just heading down into the bowl. Oh, Haymaker very wide there. Takes a little bit of the pebbles with him. Again. Down into the bowl. I don't know. I think Dizzy's about to start the final lap. There we go. So one more lap. So it's still on here for second and third. But this is the last lap of the last round of the Fezza Nights before we move into a new series coming in a couple of weeks. Once again, Dizzy's just in cruise control mode, heading up to the checkered flag. Just going through the back section now, but it's on here between Pickle and Haymaker. It ain't finished yet. These two have been in a few battles like this in the past. As they go through the bowl, nice and smooth. So 0.6 back to Haymaker. Oh, he's had a massive dive there. And as Dizzy crosses the line, takes the win. Watching these two. I think Pickle's going to hold him here. As they come up to the line, Pickle's going to hold it. Pickle's going to take second. Dizzy's going to come across. Haymaker's going to take third. Great race, you two. Well done. T-Dub's going to come home in fourth. Around the final corner for T-Dub and Sparrow. And they cross the line. Well done, T-Dub. Up the dub. And Sparrow will bring home fifth. So our final result is Dizzy takes the win. Pickle in second. Haymaker in third. T-Dub in fourth, Sparrow in fifth, Cam come homes in sixth, Shooter seventh, Jester eighth, and M48 comes home in ninth. So very unfortunate, not the night that Shooter would have wanted. But that means that Not Fast Halley wins his second championship. Give me the replay. Just saving that. I can watch that later. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching the late night series on Sunday nights of the Fezza Cup. There'll be, I think there's a couple of weeks break before the next one starts. There is going to be a Porsche multi-clash series starting on Thursday as well, that most of us will be racing in. The pros will be racing in the old style Porsche, the amateurs will be racing in the new style Porsche, so it'll be interesting to see how the two compare with the two different driver standards, but we'll see how that goes. And then in a couple of weeks, like I said, we'll have the British American GT4 Championship, see how that pans out as well. But thanks everyone for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the series. Don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more content, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, and catch us on the next one.
Green light, go, go, go.